Hello everyone, we're now over here at the Gigabyte booth here at the AMD Fan Day event in San Francisco. I'm talking with Irene. How's it going, Irene?
Hi, Paul. I'm glad to be here.
You're good?
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here too. I'm glad you're here. We seem to be running into you all over the place. We saw you at PAX East in Boston just a couple weeks back. And now you're here at the AMD Fan Day. So why is Gigabyte here? Why did you guys come here?
Well, we will just come back from the PAX event, I just say, and we're very happy that people can meet us at the PAX East, and we bring pretty much about most of the hardware that we're showing at the PAX event. We want to just have some more engagement with the AMD fans here at the San Francisco.
Okay, so here to share some of the Gigabyte hardware, allow folks to play games like we have set up right here in front of us. Tons of Gigabyte stuff. Now, a lot of the hardware that you guys might see here around the Gigabyte booth is stuff that we covered in PAX East. So if you want a little bit more coverage on some of the systems that are set up, you can check out our PAX East video. It's available on our Newegg TV YouTube channel. But Irene did bring a special present just for me. She said I could keep it once we're all done. And it's right here. Okay, this is something that's been asked for quite some time.
Yes.
And this is a Mini-Itx Fm2 motherboard.
Fm2, yeah.
So what can you tell me about this motherboard, Irene?
For this motherboard, it's actually not even on the market yet, and it looks like we're gonna have this launch at the end of the May, and we're gonna have them highlight at the Computex. Just look forward to it. Yeah, and then you can see there's some like interesting setup and different layouts that you can see the mini PCIe. A lot of people that want a Wi-Fi, they will be able to use it for the
Wi-Fi card right there.
Yeah, and then you can plug in the full-size graphic cards.
Okay.
And then on the back here, you can kind of see a little bit. There's the dual HDMI.
So we got two HDMI, and is this a dual link DVI? Dual link DVI out. We have USB 3 integration. Just a fantastic little board, and folks have been kind of going crazy over the Mini-Itx board. Small form factor systems, make a nice portable little gaming system or something that will fit right in with the home theater PC. I really like the design, I like the color scheme, and I want to keep it. Can I have this?
Of course,
all
yours.
Nice, all right.
After the show.
I'm going to keep this after the show. We'll let some other folks take care of this. Can you hold this for me?
Yes.
And then I'm also going to take a cookie from the Gigabyte booth because they have cookies here.
With clam chowder.
And I have to, and clam chowder. Irene promised me clam chowder later on because we're in San Francisco. It's a specialty here. We had some for lunch, actually. Okay. Well, if you guys want to see more Gigabyte coverage of Gigabyte products, of course, we sell them all at Newegg.com. We've covered many of them on Newegg TV. And if you guys want to see this motherboard, keep your eyes peeled because we'll be definitely giving a full video on it once it is available, which will be, we'll say soon.
Yeah,
soon. As soon as we possibly can. All right, Irene, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you, Paul.
Hey, everybody, we're continuing our coverage here at the AMD Fan event in San Francisco, California, and we're over at the OCZ booth. I'm talking to Peter. How's it going, Peter?
Pretty good, pretty good. Liking the event so far.
Yeah, you having fun here? There's lots of fans.
Lots of fans, lots of
fans.
Everything's
showing
good.
off the products. We have several OCZ products that we're going to be talking about here really quick. Peter, your specialty is the SSD side, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I'm a product manager for our client SSD products.
Okay, and what we have here is a couple products. Now, first off, we have the OCZ Vector, and this has been out for a little while now, and I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. If you haven't, you should check it out. We have a video on our Newegg TV YouTube channel demonstrating the 256 gig version of this. What capacity is the Vector available in?
So we're in 3 capacities, the 128, 256, and a 512.
Okay, and as far as the internals, for fans who don't know, what have you guys done as far as your previous product lines? So
Vectors are really important for us because it's the first time we're using all of our IP, so we developed our own silicon controller.
Okay.
So it's our IP, we call it the Barefoot 3 controller.
Barefoot 3 controller.
And we're using on-feed 25 nanometer NAND.
Nice.
Currently.
So that is actual OCZ owned controller. You guys have worked on not only the hardware and the controller itself, but also the firmware for it?
Correct. So if you look back to our Vertex 3 line, we had licensed out the SandForce LSI firmware and controller. When we went on to the Vertex 4, we moved on to a Marvell Silicon, and then we decided to write our own firmware. So with Vector, we took the next step further and developed both the firmware and the silicon in-house.
And this thing is just a beast. The benchmarks on this that I've run are absolutely insane. It's like it's almost too fast for SATA Rev 3. I feel like
we're getting close to saturating the SATA 6 Plus.
It's just about pushing up against that. But write speeds in particular, this is actually something that we have used for video editing in the past, and it does amazing reads and writes in particular. But our write speeds are ones that
yes, it's actually tuned for writes. So we're hitting about 100,000 IOPS.
Gee, amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the Vector. Now, OCZ, you guys have had a product line in the past called the Revo Drive, and this is a line of PCI Express SSDs. Now, from my understanding, this product that we have right here is kind of taking the magic of the Vector and carrying it over to the PCI Express arena. So this will allow additional bandwidth via PCI Express. This will allow you to set up an SSD on your system if, for example, you don't have the capability of SATA 3, or if you want to save your SATA Rev 3 ports for other drives and you really want the maximum amount of SSD performance, maybe throw some vectors on your SATA controllers. Go with the. So actually, I should say, what is this drive? What is this called?
We're actually still in development, but we're going to release it as the Vector PCIe.
Okay, so Vector PCI Express. Do you guys have a rough estimate of when this will be coming to market?
It should be coming out in the summer, June or July.
Okay, so we're looking midsummer for this particular release. And as you can see, we have the Indolynx controllers here, the Barefoot 3 controllers. Now, what is the special sauce that goes into the PCI Express version of this?
So effectively, this is the spiritual successor to our Revo 3 drive.
Okay.
Now, as you pointed out, the reason we're going ahead with PCI Express is we're getting close to saturating the SATA bus.
Yes.
So if you want to go any further than that, you need to find a different interface. So we're going for PCIe. And this is effectively what we call like a RAID in a box. You can get basically the same performance at RAIDing 2 vectors.
Okay.
But, for ease of use, you basically present one single card that'll do all that for you.
Very nice.
It's plug and play. It's bootable.
So you can set this up to boot with the OCZ drivers that are available?
Yes, we have our driver support. It's only booting Windows for now. We're exploring other operating systems going forward.
So you got a PCI Express X4 connection right there, and that provides plenty of bandwidth, way more than you get on the standard serial ATA bus, even if you're at revision 3. And as far as the controller goes here, because you do have there's 2 Indolynx controllers. This is actually kind of like as you said, RAID on a single card.
Yes.
A question, is this capable of passing trim commands through to the controller?
Yes, our plan is when we launch, it'll effectively do trim commands, which is a limitation of current RAID cards, which doesn't allow trim through SSDs. So we're trying to bypass that.
And as far as I know this is still in production and everything, but can you give us some preliminary numbers as far as the reads and writes?
Oh, it's testing very well in the lab. We're looking at about 1,000 megs a second sequential reads and writes, and about 160,000 IOPS.
Okay, 160,000 IOPS available in a single PCI Express card. All right, now Peter, we have a couple power supplies here, but I know that might not be your area of expertise. Am I correct?
Right, so we're showcasing a few PSUs, which we're trying to focus on as well. So let me bring in Josh, our product manager for the power supply line.
Hi Josh, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
All right, so we're here with Josh now. We're going to talk a little bit about the power supplies we have in front of us. So why don't we start off with the Fatality version that we have right here.
Yeah, Fatality 1000 watt is 80 plus Go and feature with individual sleeve cable.
Okay.
Everything here, all the cables here are individual sleeve cable.
So we got a demo unit here. So if you guys have worked with power supplies before in the past, and whether you're talking modular or non-modular, you get the cables, you plug them all in, you route them over to your motherboard. Let's say you've really paid a lot of attention to your system. You really wanted everything to look nice, color coordinated, you've got a side window. This is the type of thing you want to go for if you really want to complete that look. And the individual sleeving of all the cables, you set this up in your system, you plug that in, you're not going to have any distraction from like sort of I sometimes call it like a vomit of colors that you get right there where all the cables make their connection.
Everything is individual sleeve cable. We actually take it to the next level. I know a lot of people like use a full modular cable and do your own individual sleeve cable. We actually do it for you already. We sell everything is individual sleeve cable. Even the semi-modular cable here and the main cable here, everything is individual sleeve cable.
All right, so you have some permanent cables here. These are pretty much the ones you're always going to need. Your 24-pin, your supplemental CPU power connector. You have, I believe, you got some PCI Express down here as well, so for your graphics card. And then individual cables as well for the modular connectors right there. And here again, this is a PCI Express connector. As you can see, each cable individually sleeved all the way up to the ends, so you get that nice clean look when you're setting up your system and having all your parts match nicely. It's also all black, and that's really going to match with the majority of systems that are all out there.
And also, as a Fatality line, you always have a red LED fan over here.
Okay.
Just match the Fatality line series. It's
kind of
always
the red and black
LED.
color scheme.
Of course, it's always very, very silent. And also feature 80 plus Go.
So very efficient power supply. If you guys are looking for something that's going to power, this is a 1000-watt version. Does it come in other wattages as well?
We also have 550, 750, but it's not individual sleek cable.
Okay.
It's just regular flat modular cable. But this one, we just added some extra feature up here. It's featured an individual sleek cable. I thought it's very, very add-on value. It's very good. I know people spend like $100 and hundreds of hours doing their individual cable on their own. We just get it all together.
Very nice. So 1000 watts is going to be plenty of power, whether you're running multiple video cards, whether you're running a really high-end system that is going to draw a lot of power. So great option for those of you guys looking to create a high-end system that also has a really nice look to it. Now we also have a PC Power and Cooling Silencer Mark III over here. Now a lot of our fans might be aware of this, but OCZ actually acquired PC Power and Cooling a few years back.
Right.
That was around the 2007 timeframe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So PC and Power Cooling, in my history, always one of my favorite companies. So OCZ has taken all the standards that PC Power and Cooling brought to the table, has continued that standard for quality and for performance, and you guys have kind of built on the established lines that are there. So this is the Silencer Mark III. What are the special features of this one?
This one features the old metallic modular cable here. Everything is metallic, twisted. Unlike other people's, unlike our plastic one, everything is metallic, it's twisted. It's more stability, more conductivity.
So you have the ability to actually
twist in.
Twist
it's
down,
not gonna fall off easily
cables.
like that.
If you're doing cable management, a lot of times you'll put a lot of pressure on your cables when you're trying to tie them down, and these are going to stay nice and stable in there. We also have the Silencer Mark III's fan. It's a very big fan. Is that a 135, 140?
140.
140 millimeter fan.
Yeah.
Very quiet fans in all the PC Power and Cooling power supplies I've ever handled.
Yeah, we also have a dual thermal control system with the switch over here.
Okay.
You actually can switch between normal mode and silent mode.
So
in silent mode,
it's
like absolutely no fan operation at all.
So the fan doesn't even spin up unless it actually needs it, unless it gets hot enough.
Yeah, you automatically turn it on when you need it.
Okay.
But for some people, like studio people, they want extra extreme quiet environment. This is a perfect solution for them. The fan doesn't even turn on.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a closer look at the PC Power and Cooling Silencer Mark III by OCZ. This is actually one other thing I should point out. Both of these power supplies based on, this one is this a single rail? Yeah, single 12-volt rail.
Yeah, everything is single 12-volt, single rail, powerful single rail, so you can power all your video card, CPU all in one. So you don't need to worry about it's multi-rail. You need to like balance the wattage on each low and stuff like that. Everything is single rod. Make it very simple to manage.
Nice. And you got the black and white color scheme. So again, if you're going for like a white case or something along those lines, it's going to blend in perfectly and give your case a really nice look.
Exactly. Right. But actually, it doesn't really matter because whatever the power supply you put in the case is actually only showing the side.
Yeah.
So as long as the cable is matched, it won't really matter.
Yeah, you're not going to see too much else. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. So I want to say, Josh, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
And thanks to all you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more coverage of the AMD Fan Day event here in San Francisco, California, you can find that on our Newegg TV YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, send us a like if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you all in the next one.